Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It is just a sit down video. By the time that you guys are probably watching this, it'll be Valentine's Day, and this is the start of February. So yeah, I just want to film a wee sit down chat really because I don't have any art prepared for the video and I'm just being lazy, so oops daisy. So yeah, we are almost 1 month into the new year and it has been definitely a challenging year for me so far, in a good way, with art, with other stuff going on and just walking out what God has called me to do. It's been really lovely and lovely time with God, so I just wanted to come on and encourage you if you're still single on Valentine's Day, because I know for me in the past it was a very painful kind of day to see all of the relationships come out of the clockwork and see everybody get engaged and like having babies and one thing or another and showing off all the coupley stuff on Valentine's Day. So I just want to sit down with you guys and just encourage you if you are in that place, because I know how hard it can be. So with my own real story, I was in a relationship about 3 years ago. Basically we broke up. I thought, like, you know, you hear all these stories when someone like when a Christian girl leaves the wrong guy, they immediately get the man of their dreams or whatever, and it's been nearly 3 years for me and that has not happened, unfortunately. So yeah, but in that time I will say I was very discontent as a single. Like, all I wanted back then was a husband and kids, and it really takes away from you. It really took away from my joy, and it took a lot more than what it needed to, and it just wasn't a very nice time. But over this past couple months, like, I've really learned for God to be that person for me as like a spouse, but not like that way, you know what I mean, but like that person being your comfort and being your person that you go to when something's wrong. It's always been that way with me and God, and as much as he is my Lord and my Savior, he's my best friend. Over this past while, I will say, like, this is probably like the most content I've ever been as a Christian single. Like, it's been crazy with not making it such an idol in my life that you're able to focus on what God has called you to do and what he has for you as a time as a single person. Is just, it's amazing. Like, I remember ages ago when people used to say like, oh, singleness is a gift, and I used to get really annoyed, like proper, like super annoyed. And like, I always thought to myself, no, it's not a gift, like, it's horrible, I'm by myself and everybody's getting into relationships, blah blah blah. But then, like, when you take your focus off that and just realize that you're more than just a single person and actually walking into what God has for you, like, jeepers, it's been the most amazing, challenging, beautiful journey I've ever been on in this particular season with the new year and new things happening. Jeepers, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, being single at this particular moment in time, like, as much as I want a husband and all that stuff, like, it's not like an idol the way it used to be. And I think we as Christians definitely idolize marriage, especially in the church. Like, it's like a goal that everybody has to get to, and it's like this club that everybody wants to be a part of, like has kids and has a husband and stuff. But like, there's more in life than marriage, in my opinion. Like, at this moment in time, like, even with my webtoon and stuff, like, I did talk about, as much as the plot was about the relationship and the growth there, it was really also about them and finding their purpose in that time separately as single people. So yeah, maybe I will just leave you with that today, that, you know, you're significant without a significant other. Yeah, you have purpose in your life and you will get through this time, and give God your pain. He is a big God. But even with like my own art journey, like last year, really getting into like painting and doing things full time, like, it was just like such a really amazing time with just me and God. Like, you know, they always say like, oh, you can't do it with kids or anything like that there. Like, I hope to do this when I have kids one day, but we'll see. But anyway, like, just having like that devotional art time with just me and God, and like discovering who he is and like showing a different side of his face through art, and just growing in that skill and growing in YouTube and us doing that together, like, that's just been pretty amazing. I like, as much as I would love to share it with someone, I'm sort of glad it's just been me and God. It's just like our wee thing, and it's not our wee bubble. Like, even with the art that I created last year with the pieces Home and what else, Salvation, they're both on my YouTube on the Speed Paints playlist. I'll put a card up here for you. But yeah, like, I got to do them with just me and God. It was just such a lovely time to look back on, like, with just me and God, just painting and going after the whole art thing together. And here we are, nearly a year later, and so much has changed for me, like, personally, like what I'm doing with church and what God's doing there, and with a job I now have, and yeah, it's been a really amazing journey as a singleton, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe I'll get someone to share it with one day, but until then I will try not to be on my phone on Valentine's Day and not getting into such a sad place and letting it end me in. It is very important to guard yourself, and even word of advice, if you are on social media that day, maybe even just consider going off for Valentine's Day instead of seeing all that stuff. Have a wee self-care day to yourself, do a face mask, go get some dinner and watch your favourite show, spend time with God, and just make it into a good thing instead of, it doesn't have to be like such a negative thing, Valentine's Day is single, if it's really painful for you. So I will leave you with that thought there. Be sure to give me a wee like for this video and give my channel a wee subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye and God bless for today.